So creepy. The worst part about being a filmmaker is data management. I was actually working with a vendor recently who said that they didn't back up their drive and they lost everything. And although that has not happened to me yet, there is a first time for everything. Oh wait. What the hell is this? I'm going to take you along my journey, my setting up my Synology NAS system journey. And then I'll show you my previous lifetime journey of hard drive misfortune. Oh my God, that's heavy. What it's going to allow us to do is the two key things are automatic backups. And number two, it'll allow me to access my files remotely, wherever I am or wherever Josh is. I've heard that this process is a little intimidating, but it is extremely important. So I don't want to scare you guys away from investing in something like this. I just want to make sure you guys know the process, understand the process. Okay, let's just, you have to play the, oh. Wow, and then I have all these drives to put in it. I guess that could be the first thing we do. Do you see that? I'm just afraid I'm gonna break it. Okay. This is the right way. This feels wrong. Now let's do that 5 more times. Okay, they're in. Let's refer to our quick installation guide. Okay, we did that. Yeah, we did. Oh, that's all that says. So let's plug it in. Okay, so it's plugged in. I guess I'll power it on. No, it has no, we have to plug in the Ethernet. Maybe this is a good time to tell the people at home that we ordered some things. We ordered 2 Ethernet cables. We also ordered an Ethernet splitter.
Network switch.
That's what it's called. And then we ordered some cable management, because this looks like poop. But that's for another day. I don't know if we'll have the chance to make this look pretty by the end of this video. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God, it's taking off. It's alive. That sounds wrong. You can do it.
Can't wait till that comes.
Oh, shit. I wore pajamas today because I knew this would be hard. Should we just come back when it's done? Hear that humming in the background? That is the NAS system running. It's actually very loud. It sounds like an airplane taking off. But we're gonna go with it. So I'm referencing this video by Space Rex on how to set up a Synology NAS for the first time. That's me. Let's see what he says. Okay, I have to go to find.synology.com. I'm gonna jinx myself, aren't I? Searching for Synology devices. This seems too easy. Okay, let's click setup. We're installing the Disk Station Manager. I'm assuming he's just gonna walk you through this whole startup thing. So I'm just gonna keep going until I can't go anymore and I am confused, and then I will refer back to this video. So right now the NAS is restarting. It has landed. And we're back. My NAS is turned back on and I must create an administrator account for this Synology NAS. NAS. Gal. Oh my God, that's genius. Is anyone else just tired of having to make passwords and remember them? Okay, so that is important to know. If you're logging in remotely, you will want to go into your control panel, go under user, and make sure that your admin and guest profiles are turned off. No more hacking. Chris's stuff just got hacked today. What does it mean if something's not initialized? Why don't I have that as an option?
I actually don't know.
We'll be right back after we figure out why we don't have that option. Did it just say failed to create it?
Can you see if there's a batch number on those drives? The only thing I could really suggest is getting a ticket going so we can take a look at it.
8 years later, we submitted a ticket. It was what we suspected all along. Those 2 drives that said they weren't initialized. One of them ended up being DOA. The other one is from a completely different batch, and so we ended up taking out that one as well, because both of the ones that said they weren't not initialized or whatever, they were from this other batch, and then 4 were from a different batch. So we left in the 4, created the storage pool. Now it's working. What's important for you guys to know is that the Synology system makes it clear and pretty easy to tell when a drive fails or not. It actually alerts you if it is failing to replace it, and you're not left wondering, as opposed to external hard drives when you only find out if they don't work when you plug them in and they don't boot up. Another note on hard drives is that there are various drive makers, and if you're interested in a system like this, you'll want to consider getting drives specifically designed for NAS devices, and they actually have a whole list of these. Seagate provided us with Iron Wolf drives, which are NAS rated drives, but Synology also does make their own drives. Seagate will be replacing the 2 DOA drives for us as well. We've decided we're going to attempt to find a way that we can, every free moment when the Synology is connected to my computer, it will run a backup of it, right? I pretend like I don't know anything about tech. I'm also not the best. I'm really not the best, but I refuse to let myself get pigeonholed into a place where I will not try. I will continue to try, and I do okay. I'd get like a B, B+. We can let this do its thing. I can drag a couple files over as a test, and then maybe tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about how we plan to use it and some of the benefits. Looking at Josh like, think that sounds good? Yeah? Yeah. All right, it is now the next day. We've received some of our Amazon add-ons that we need to incorporate to perfect our setup and also just neaten up this corner a little bit. So while I finish our setup, I'm going to explain a little bit more about the Synology NAS. Okay. Let's talk about the specific setup that I have. I have the Synology DS1621XS Plus, which is a little bit overkill for most of you, but Synology does have a lot of different options. If you're looking for something a little more on the lower end than what I picked up, then there definitely is something that is a better fit for you. So what I touched on a little bit earlier and what I'm gonna go into a little bit more detail into right now is what a RAID actually is. So RAID stands for Redundant Array of Independent Disks. So it's not a backup, it's more of a fail-safe. If one of your drives goes down, it's possible to recover some, if not all, of the information off of that drive, which is pretty amazing, and that is definitely what I need in my life because I'm always constantly afraid of losing everything. So what you want to do to properly back up your files is refer to a 3-2-1 backup plan. The place where you're editing, the place where you're accessing your files, that is your direct attached system. Am I right?
Storage.
Direct attached storage. So that is going to be our main computer. That's what we're editing off of. And then the second place you want to be backing up and storing your files is a network attached storage system. So that's our NAS. And the third method of backup storage would be somewhere that is remote. So it would be another NAS, network attached storage system, at maybe my editor's place, or when we get another office space, maybe we'll have another one there. So that's if this house like bursts into flames, we have another place at a completely separate location that has a full backup of everything. Now that we've explained all of this, let me show you the saddest part of my past as a filmmaker. We'll show you what I was doing before. I mean, it worked, it's just not, it's not great. It's not great. Okay. This is the drawer. This is some of them. And then there's some big dudes. So here's the thing. If this is your storage system, it's not that it doesn't work. It works for a little while, but ultimately it's not a safe, time efficient, financially efficient system. So every time I need to look for something, I have to plug in multiple drives. I can't access them remotely. It's just a very frustrating process. So what have we learned here today? That an investment financially and in time to set up a system like this is really going to benefit you because of a couple of things. It will save you money from buying all of these drives. That is also expensive. So the ease of use, the fact that I can access these whenever I want from wherever, it may seem really daunting to set up something like this, especially if you don't feel like you're a super technically savvy person, but Synology does make it really easy. As you saw, we got someone on the phone with tech support pretty quickly. If you're a little bit concerned about doing this on your own, I really wouldn't worry. It's worth your time, even if it takes a couple days. The fact that it can just back up for me every day now, that's set up automatically to do, now I don't have to worry. I'm not concerned whether I'm going to completely lose a project and therefore lose money. So it's an investment in your time and money that will pay out in the long term. And Synology is sponsoring this video, but this has been something on my list to purchase for quite some time now, but I'm super grateful to be able to work with them on this video and to be able to document the process of setting this up with you. I'm so glad you decided to come in. You've been in this office and sneezing and meowing this whole time. All right, guys, now that this is set up and turned on and running, I am genuinely so relieved. Yes, I know you were expecting me to say genuinely so excited to keep working with this, but I'm genuinely just so relieved to have this now. This is going to give me immense peace of mind in my daily work life. So if you guys have any questions about anything we mentioned in today's video about how this guy works or what might be the best one for you, please let me know in the comments below and I will reply to it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a like down below, subscribe if you're not already, and hit the notification bell to get notified for all future videos, and I will see you in the next one. I don't know why I do this every time. Why do I do that?